Well, hello there, my fellow classmates. My name is Charlie Jeffrey Scalf. So let me give you a funny story about my name. My first name Charlie is my grandfather, and middle name Jeffrey with E-R-Y. My mom always called me Jeffrey my entire life. Well, when I turned 18, I had to, the legal documents and stuff, they mailed it to Charlie Scalf. I was raised Church of God. Both sets of grandparents were Church of God ministers, but when I was about 10 or 11, we switched over to the assemblies. And when I was filling out my paperwork to become an Assembly of God minister, I put first name Charlie. I go by Jeffrey Scalf, so that way mail would get sent to Jeffrey. I get the certificate back, and my name is Charlie Iggaby Jeffrey Scalf. Iggaby, I go by. After that, I said, I don't care what you call me, just call me for dinner. I was an only child. My parents weren't supposed to have any children, but they were at a tent revival in Bonifay, Florida, and one of the associates of T.L. Lowry called them out and prophesied they'd have a child. So here I am. I grew up in Panama City, Florida. Don't let anybody lie to you. You will not get used to the humidity if you move to Florida. I never did, and I lived there for over 50 years. Let's talk about my family. My beautiful wife, Shawn. I know it looks like I robbed the cradle, but she's actually 6 months older than me. She's the love of my life and my very best friend and my confidant. We have been through so much together in life and in ministry, and she's my greatest friend I've ever had, and I love her dearly. My family, my daughter. My daughter is Brianna. She's an ordained minister in the Assemblies of God. The hat there that says Dad. Well, she had been my kids pastor for like 6 years, and when she was leaving the church I was pastoring to go to her next church as a kids pastor, she got me a dad hat so that now I could be her dad and not her boss. She met a young man by the name of Justin. Uh, and this past year, they got married. That day was the hardest day of my life, and yet the most satisfying day of my life. As you can see there, Justin is a handsome young man, and I'm looking forward to having some handsome grandbabies. Nothing wrong with that desire. Here's my son, Josiah. Josiah, being a PK, had a very unique situation. He was born and raised in one church. In fact, he is now on staff at that church that I pastored that he grew up in as the communications director. That's his lovely wife, Lauren, and that's his stepdaughter, Olivia. She is my granddaughter by marriage, Olivia, and she is a pistol, and I love her dearly. Also, Justin also had two children, two daughters from a previous marriage, Alexia and Olivia. So my family grew tremendously in less than 2 years, and I love my family so very much. A ministry context. Well, first church I pastored, the one side was a little small church, a home missions church. I was there 2.5 years, and it's located in Port St. Joe, Florida. That facility is now a wedding chapel there in Port St. Joe. On the other side, you'll see the second church that I pastored, St. Andrew's Assembly of God. I was there 26 years. And when God released me from that church, I journaled it. It was April the 19th, 2022, and God released me. And I didn't understand what my next assignment would be because I didn't feel a desire to pastor. But I did feel a desire to help pastors because I know the stress, struggles, and scars they go through. We sold out. We left there from Panama City, Florida, and we moved up into my mom's house. She had deceased in 2022. We're in Etowah, Tennessee, which is about 35 miles east of Cleveland, Tennessee. We bought 12 acres. This is a picture of it from the top of the hill looking out. We bought this property, it's 12 acres, with one of the reasons was to build a prayer chapel and to build a cottage, as well as our barn dough, to have a place for ministers to come, minister and their spouse to come, a place of retreat, a place of respite, pastors that have been beat up. It's not a vacation spot, it's a retreat. It's a place where hopefully my wife and I can pour into them. Why am I taking this class? Well, somebody asked me, because I turned 60 just a few weeks ago. Somebody asked me a couple of years ago, have you prayed about getting a master's degree? I said, nope, I'm too old. And after the third person asked me, I said, okay, I'll pray. So I said, God, if you want me to go and get my master's degree, you got to pay for it. 2 weeks later, miracles after miracles, my tuition has been paid for. I have learned so much in this master's program, and I'm looking forward to learning more how to be a better leader so that I can help other pastors be better leaders as well. Looking forward to all we're going to learn in this class. God bless you.